A one, a two, a one, two, three, four. Dun, 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 ba, ba, dun, dun, ba, 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 ding, ba, dee, 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 ba, 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 ding, ba, ba, dum, ba, ba, dum. And welcome to the Just Call It podcast, the best podcast in all the world. It's been a long time. Long time. It's been a break, man. It's been a long break, man. It's been a long while since June 28th. That was the last podcast of my Thread Beast. It is now August 10th, 2023. It's been approximately about almost 40 days since a podcast, my friends, and I'm sorry I left you guys high and dry. I'm sorry things didn't work out. But you know what? I'm here again, back in the flesh after this long, decent break. It's been a while, and I hope I left you guys drooling for some more. August 10th. It's my birthday month, baby. It's that time of year that your boy's gonna turn a little bit older. I'm not gonna tell you my age, but I'm getting older, baby. I'm getting there. Definitely interesting in the world, Trying to think of my career, and where I'm gonna go in the future. Should I change it? Should I go in a union? Should I succeed in something else? Or continue doing what I'm doing, Thinking of a lot of things. So I'm trying to figure out whether or not it's the appropriate time to change my career. And I think the most appropriate time to change your career is when you get slapped in the face. Just like recently, I just saw a video on Twitter, which I love watching Twitter, because Twitter has the most rated R videos. Not because rated R as in you guys have dirty minds, alright? But as in there's a bunch of fight videos on there. Bunch of fight videos. Like an absolutely tons of amount. Like if you want, like if they said that freaking Chris Rock and Will Smith got into a fight altercation at the grocery store in LA, like Twitter would be the first place where they would show the whole full video. Like Facebook would like probably give you a little glimpse, maybe Will Smith kicking his butt, you know what I'm saying? And Instagram probably wouldn't even show you. It'd probably just be like a clip, you know what I'm saying? It'd just be like something like that. Hold on. Will Smith is just probably, you're on Instagram, you just get like a weird moment, like a picture, you know what I'm saying? Just like a picture of Will Smith's angry face aiming for another second slap to Chris Rock. Honestly, I don't think Chris Rock could have beat Will Smith up, but I think Chris Rock would have got a couple good punches or kicks or bites. Definitely a couple bites. I think he would have got a couple bites in, for sure. Chris Rock got some really nice teeth. Will Smith too, but Chris Rock got them buck teeth. And those motherfuckers hurt. Especially when it grips onto your fingers or something, You could have bit his ears like Mike Tyson. Could have took a trick or two from him. Come on, bro. But yeah, man, I saw a video on Twitter. A guy, I guess, was having an altercation with the manager or some dude behind the counter register. These guys were both white. All right, just put it out there. These guys were both white. And this guy literally was just so pissed at him, he told him whatever the fuck they were arguing about. It started here, the video. He said, You better shut the fuck up before I put us both in prison. Which I had no clue what that meant, right? Because I don't know how you put two people in prison at the same time if one person's at fault. right? But I guess if you live in certain states, you throw a couple blows, you might go to jail, right? But anyways, you have this guy doesn't even go both. We're gonna go both to jail, right? And he's like, you better shut the fuck up. And he's like, and then he's like, sir. The guy in the cash register guy's like, sir. He has glasses. He kind of looks like the dude from little kid from King of the Hill, but with glasses and long hair. And he had a blue Burger King shirt on. And you know that guy has that royal blue, baby blue, light blue shirt. That guy's important. Most people at the Burger King wear black or orange or red for some reason, you know. But most of the time, if they wear that blue shirt in Burger King, they're the manager, right? So the guy literally said, "Shut the fuck up! I'm gonna like kill you," basically, right? And the guy's like, "Sir, you're on camera," and he took one fucking slap, right, bam, right across his face, and the guy literally pulled his phone out so quickly. I think it like magically appeared by his ear. I think white people naturally have that. Like if they get assaulted, somehow a phone naturally appears by their ear and they call automatically 911. You know? Like 911, he's like 911, he literally called, I think he said 911 like this guy came in and assaulted me. It would look like literally the guy from Sublime like whooped his ass. Like the lead singer, Bradley, rest in peace. Like it's like he had his famous glasses on, his famous board shorts, his famous fucking shirt, like white socks, black shoes, and just went blah to his face, slapped him. You know, that's how like those guys go into witness protection. Yeah, man. That shit was crazy, man. To see that. To see, you know, I mean, the guy works at Burger King. I'm not trying to shit on him, but like, come on, dude, give the guy a fucking break. Like, everybody knows you don't want to fuck with people, right? Like, you don't want to fuck with people, and you definitely don't. Like, I personally don't want to take out my frustrations on a person who basically works at a lower level place, not making a lot of money, especially a Burger King, and like lay the smackdown on him because I'm just like, you know what, hey, I'm not happy right now. I'm definitely not happy about your service because Burger King, I expect the most high quality service for my $4.50. So I expect to be treated like I was buying $100 meal and you guys not to fuck it up because it was just a cheap ass burger, french fries, and you guys completely fucked that up. Or maybe the guy did fuck up. I don't even know what the hell that argument was about or why that guy got so mad. But he beat the shit out of him with the slap, just in one hand, just one swoop, like whooped his ass. Glasses flew out of his head. His fucking glasses didn't even fit around his square jug-sized head, and his hair was barely long enough. And the hair was just like in the wind inside of Burger King, so it's just like ventilated French fry air. And it was just sad, It's a sad thing. What's also sad is that 2022 has been recorded one of the most highest years to date for suicide. It's like super sad, man. Like, you go from Burger King, boom, suicide, 2022. Nearly 15 deaths for every 100,000 people. That's close to 50,000 people killed themselves and died in 2002 from intentional self-harm. So that's not from people, not to mention all the people who attempted to kill themselves and got out of it. I really want to bring this up because, if you're ever really experiencing some sense of suicide, some sense of thoughts, provoking thoughts, or that senses of wanting to hurt yourself, you should definitely reach out to somebody. I don't care who it is. If you don't got family, reach out to a friend. If you don't got any friends, reach out Just a stranger. If you're too shy to ask a stranger, call security services or something, a freaking suicide help hotline, call 911. And if you're too scared to reach out to them, go to your local church. Just talk to somebody there, man. You don't have to make friends with them. You don't have to be part of their religion. You can just go out and just seek somebody to tell them your problems, and they might help you with a little solution. You know, sometimes you need to run into random people in your life to tell you some secret decoded messages that you never heard before, like God or some shit was talking to you. So hopefully those messages are positive and keep you fighting to keep going throughout your day, because to hear that 50,000 Americans committed suicide in 2022 alone is close to the numbers of like competing with COVID. It's not up there, but it's like, to see that number is shocking. It's not 10,000, it's not 5, it's 50,000 people. You divide that shit by 356 days a week, a year, 65 days a year, you're screwed, man. You're talking about hundreds of people dying every day, committing suicide all over the United States. That means somehow those people are connected to a family member, to a mother, to a father, to a friend. It's a sad thing. So it's not even just fathom the fact that it's not even including the fact that some of those people are not even being reported that made it, that got saved from or changed their mind about committing suicide. And even the people who didn't even make that 911 call, and just made that call to a friend, are not even including the people who actually had to call the suicide hotline and got helped. You're talking about hundreds and thousands and 200 and thousands of people out there affected by suicide thoughts every day, let alone people who don't even really even attempt it and still go out there their day and still have those thoughts. You're almost talking about 500,000 people probably affected about that in the United States alone, about depression, suicidal thoughts. Anybody out there, suicidal thoughts, say it again. Just kidding. Yeah, but it's a sad thing, man. It's a sad day for the United States for me to really realize that, as somebody who personally feels pretty close to that statistic, as one of those people that, didn't pass away, but obviously, have thought of attempting and stuff like that. So, a lot of people that I know that might commit suicide, I hope they never do. And one of those people is Donald Trump. My boy's being confronted on the golf course. How are you going to confront my boy on his own golf course during his putt while he's about to sink this hole on the 7th green? How dare you? How dare you confront my boy? Let's get this reaction. We're going to watch this 5 hours ago here on Fox News, fake news. I really don't hate Trump, so I don't really give a shit. But this guy is really getting, I think anybody who's hated is basically getting gunned by any means necessary, and they're going to, go to court, whatever they did. I feel like a lot of people in power do some fucked up shit. And if they make a lot of people angry, they're going to get, screwed. So let's see this. Come on. Commercial. We got some Honda commercial. Come on, man. Anyways, so let's get to it. I guess he was called out to be summoned to court. And basically, he didn't go. He waived a court appearance today. Asked why he was waived a court appearance today. Somehow he waived it. Here we go.
Yeah, just wondering, is there a reason you waived your court appearance today? Thank you.
What did he say? Jesus? He like murmured something. He was like, Jesus Christ. He said something like that. Thursday, he didn't think it was necessary to appear hearing Thursday regarding new charges related to the classified documents found in Mar-a-Lago residence in Palm Beach, Florida. Alright, so the guy's going to jail for supposedly having some documents in his house. Who doesn't have some documents in their house from work? You know? Who doesn't have some shit sitting around from work they shouldn't sit around from work? You know? I used to come home with quotes that I technically shouldn't leave the office. You know, imagine if you lose papers that are super important for work and then they're just gone. You just for some reason fucking lost them like a retard. And which is true. You know, why is Donald Trump, Barack Obama, Joe Biden taking their shit, taking documents out to their properties, you know, whatever they're reading them or they're sharing with their friends or their wife, whatever the fuck they're doing, stupid asses, they shouldn't be taking shit from work home. I hate taking shit from work home. I work in the furniture business. I have to take furniture home sometimes. I hate it. But I got to do what I got to do because, man, lugging furniture back and forth and loading it back in my truck is kind of oxymoronic, especially if I'm going to be the one taking it down to go and get it installed. So I technically leave it in my truck overnight, leave it down, towed, whatever. Then I go install it at work. But my boy here is going to go to jail just because he brings work home. Come on, man. He was the president. The guy had to take work home, give him a fucking break, man. It's fucking stupid. And just because these people want to see him in jail, there's other people who have been caught for this. Like, straight up. That have been told that they have been done. Joe Biden is even one of the current president's one of the people that have even had fucking documents. Google it. Just as my famous saying is like, sometimes you can end some of the most craziest Thanksgiving arguments just by pulling out your phone and Googling it. But you can't solve family problems. You need liquor for that shit. I'll tell you that. Liquor solves everything. I mean, I don't mean it's going to solve your sorrows, but if you want to solve a beef between your family, drink a bottle of liquor. You might get in a fight. That might result into a fight, but at the end, those guys are going to be singing some Vicente Hernandez, man. They're going to sing some Vicente Hernandez, and if they're not Hispanic, they're probably going to be singing some freaking Leonard Skinner. And if they're Asian, they're probably going to sing some Bruno Mars. Well, I'm going to talk about my reaction between the Nate Diaz and Jake Paul fight before I log out here. It's pretty sad. It's pretty sad to see my boy from Stockton take a fall. I'm not going to blame him. Jake Paul is a lot bigger dude. He's pretty tall. I mean, not tall, but he's kind of like just a husky guy. And, you know, he's been boxing and shit like that. Nate Diaz is a little bit older. And he took a punch. Took a couple punches, you know. Got outboxed, I guess. I don't know if the volume really affected Jake Paul. I don't know if we're going to see the end of that. Definitely going to be a round 2 somehow. It's just kind of crazy how this, like, celebrity boxing, this, like, who's who, is kind of becoming now a thing that we're starting to see. That, like, people are just putting people to the freaking wolves just to battle it out and settle some things, or to settle people's curiosity, or just random things. And just even the fact that Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg are going to fight is even something that's, what is even the point? You know? I really don't even get it, but it's just the fact that to sell people on the fact that they're going to buy the fight, you know? I mean, I'm going to buy the fight. I don't give a shit. I got to see that. I'm a fool too. I'm a sheep. But I realize that this is bullshit, right? Like, who gives a fuck if these guys are going to fight? But because it sells, And these guys are fucking multi-millionaire people, billionaire probably. They're gonna fight in the Roman Coliseum. I was just listening to Dana White on the Hot Boxing podcast with Mike Tyson. You know, that he actually had a meeting with the Minister of Culture from the Coliseum of Rome, where they're gonna have the fight with Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg. And seems like it's something that might happen in 2024. So, see you guys there. I'll be at the fight, probably having some Buffalo Wild Wings when that happens. But till then, guys, thank you for sticking with the podcast. Really appreciate it. Come check me out on Facebook. Look at me there. Look at me on YouTube. Send me a message somehow. Check out my website, justcallitpodcast.com. You can find some ways to reach out to me. Love you guys. Peace.